This is Kurt Busch.
Whoa. Oh, Suarez into the wall off of Briscoe.
That's a tough day, you know, when you're just a recipient. Another off 4 loose. Was that off?
That was
loose
dirty
off
air.
4?
Chase Briscoe got in dirty air, got too high up behind. I couldn't really see who that was in front of him, but got loose just like we saw with Reddick and others, and unfortunately got right down into Suarez.
And the 14 up top, Briscoe.
Yeah, it looked like Briscoe was going to be able to get to the outside. Right at the last minute, McDowell came up, kind of made him pull on the wheel, try to get underneath of him. When he did, he got loose and unfortunately collected Daniel Suarez. It was minding his own business.
I wonder if he jumped out of it on exit when he came up. It looked like the 14 might have jumped out of it. Let's listen.
Again, going back to this, you can see McDowell, he gets loose right there. He wiggled and had to come up, and it was an evasive move is what it was on Briscoe's part. That same thing happened off of 2 in that earlier footage we had of a replay.
You're clear by 5. Kind of settle out behind you here. Everything's going to be up front. Watch these 2.
Pretty hard contact.
Hang on. Damn it.
That's a tough one to swallow. Doing nothing wrong. A product really of that 34 car on old tires, having trouble. We saw him tiptoe again, going back to what we saw in front of Briscoe off of 2. He did it again off of 3 and 4 and finally crashed him. That's pretty significant damage on the left front of Briscoe as well.
So much easier to lose control of these cars this year. It's a tough.
Coming into the picture. Uh-oh.
Brad Keselowski.
Hold your lane. Hold your lane.
And Ryan Blaney, and everybody scatters behind them.
I wonder if we're going to need if you're going to need a short car to win.
Scott loose. You can saw him in the bottom of the screen there, right in Ryan Blaney's lap, leaving him nowhere to go but right in the door of the 6.
And for the 3rd week in a row, Blaney has a fast car and gets into somebody's problem.
You can just leave the outside. It's clear by 8. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
That in-car, listening to everything in that reminds me so much of back in like 2005, 2006 with that old body style car like that, man. I'm telling you, you'd be wide open, hammer down.
These guys are really getting something rolling. But Ross is showing what he can do in the race car. We got a yellow right now. But I'm just proud of everybody.
Thanks, Justin. Mike?
Between turns 3 and 4, Austin Cindric.
Chase Briscoe's got major front end damage. You can see the left front way out, but it all started Austin Cindric backwards.
So the first contact
In a big run, I don't know why, but I don't know if Austin Cindric was having trouble. Yeah, I think so. He was being pretty gingerly with it, getting off into the corner, maybe a flat tire left rear going down or something, and then gets into his teammate Harrison Burton, another victim of just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I tell you, something on the racetrack that Briscoe spun in front of them.
Let's ride with Chase Briscoe, the Mahindra onboard camera.
5 on the bottom. Spin it behind. We're in the wall here. We're in the wall. Hold the brake. Try and get it rolling. Try and get it rolling.
And now we'll look at the forward camera from Brad Keselowski.
And you see Chase spinning up in front of him, but then you see the 2 right behind him.
You almost think there's oil on the track or something like that. Somebody's dropping something. Because that top lane is really coming in.
And you saw Cindric backing up. I couldn't, he's starting to.
Oh! Eric Jones.
Stay low. Stay low.
Still green. Nope. Caution now.
Yeah.
Jones back up the racetrack. That was too close for Bubba Wallace. He caught a little bit of Jones and then hard hit into the inside retaining barrier.
Keep rolling.
Well, this is certainly not what Kyle Busch wanted to see. Changes everything. Hard hit, a lot of right side contact with that 43 car of Eric Jones. Oh, he's
running
loose.
7th.
Got loose and overcorrected. Much like Chastain did in practice session at California.
And the car won't steer at all, so he couldn't keep it from coming around here and back up on the racetrack. Now watch Bubba Wallace. He just missed Eric Jones, but loses control.
And then about hit the pace car pulling out.
That's not very comfortable for a driver when the wheel's locked up and you have no control. You're just waiting for the thing to stop.
And you're
But
going to go
luckily it didn't hook.
You're
Luckily it didn't hook.
Kiss Bubba Wallace on the cheek as soon as you see him, because man, he made a move. He didn't hit him like he could have. Pulled the wheel as hard as he could, spun himself out into the wall to keep from hitting Eric Jones right in the door. That was an ugly situation that could have been much, much worse.
Now you can see what a torn up tire does to the bodywork. It was definitely